Hi guys, I am Cohen the Butcher, and I am doing an interview today. Recently had an Indiegogo campaign, and the wonderful people at Beautiful Dark Angels of Goth, they purchased the perk by vote that they got to interview me. And by interviewing me, they got to ask me whatever they wanted to. So right now we're going to get started with these questions. There's quite a few. I think that you guys are going to learn a whole lot about me, and I'm actually super excited about it. So let's get started.
Cohen, what influenced you to start modeling?
I guess there wasn't really anything that, like one thing that influenced me. My boyfriend and I, Nick, started a clothing line. I'm going to say 3 to 4 years ago, and when we did that, we saw how important promotion and things like that were, and I think that Nick really pushed me to get out there and start doing more promotional stuff and start doing what I really wanted to. I mean, obviously, when I was a child, I wasn't like, I want to grow up and be Cohen the Butcher. Like, that didn't happen. But, I mean, I really think that this was exactly what I was supposed to be doing. I don't just model, I do a whole lot of other things, but I think that the modeling really got me in a very comfortable and confident spot in my life to get out there and do everything that I wanted to do. All right, next question.
How long have you been modeling for?
I started modeling, I think it was the beginning of 2016, so it's 2018 now, so like 2.5 years I've been modeling. So, I mean, I wouldn't say that that's a really long time, but I think that I've accomplished a whole lot in the past 2.5 years, and I'm really excited to do a whole lot more. So,
Who would you say your influences are, and what impact do they have on you?
I have a whole lot of influences. I would start out by saying Heidi Shepard and Carla Harvey of the Butcher Babies, which is my favorite band. And if you haven't, been following me very long, or you don't know anything about me, that's kind of where my name stems from, Cohen the Butcher. Being a huge fan of not just the band and their music, but the girls as human beings, the rest of the band as human beings. They're all wonderful people, and without those ladies, I would not be doing any of this. They gave me the courage to stand up and be myself, dress the way that I wanted to, and I think that if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. Another great influence of mine is Danny Devine. I'm sure that anybody that follows me currently would see that she is a big influence, and I always try to give her credit for that because she's really helped me out with my latex modeling career, and I think that it's really important to give credit where credit is due. I would also say Tawny Reed. She's one of my best friends, and she's a great influence of mine.
We know you love latex outfits, but what is your favorite brand and why?
That's really hard. I just recently was able to try a whole lot of different latex brands and stuff because of my Indiegogo campaign and some private sponsors. Obviously, I'm really sold on Victory Roll Latex simply because that was really the first company that believed in me, and they've been so awesome when it comes to sharing the pictures I take in their stuff. They made me a custom dress, which is like obviously amazing, and it was trimmed in red and it's beautiful. My Indiegogo campaign photo shoot actually was in the dress that they made me. And other than that, I actually have on Honor clothing right now. The skirt is Victory Roll. I would say I really like Bright and Shiny. They're really awesome. And I'm trying to think what else. I just ordered another bodysuit from Bright and Shiny too. And I have a couple of pieces that the people don't really make latex anymore, so they make different items, but their stuff's great too. I've never had a brand or a piece that wasn't amazing. Anybody that is going to take the time and hand make a garment is, amazing. So,
What is your favorite brand of shoe or boot?
okay, I think that's pretty obvious. I don't have them on right now, so I can't show you, but Pleaser is my favorite brand of shoes. The platforms that they make are absolutely amazing. They are totally worthy of every shout out that I give them. I mean, seriously, I've never had another pair of like 10-inch platform shoes that could withstand the outdoor photo shoots and everything. So, I mean, I think that they're probably the best that there is. And if you have another shoe brand out there that you think that I would like better, please feel free to let me know, because I would definitely want to try it.
How long on average does it take you to prep for a shoot between your hair, makeup, and outfit?
Do you really want to know? I think that it depends on who you ask. I would say that it takes me to actually get dressed. If I were to have to take a shower, blow dry my hair, curl it, makeup, and wardrobe, when it comes to latex, I would say 3.5 to 4 hours. When it comes to an evening out, when I'm just getting dressed, I would say 2.5 to 3 hours. This is kind of weird, but I only wash my hair once a week. So if I've already got it blow dried and I just have to recurl pieces and stuff, it doesn't take me nearly as long. But my makeup by itself probably takes about an hour. But that's because I'm not a makeup artist by any means. I've learned a lot from just watching makeup tutorials and practicing. And anybody that's ever asked me about my makeup, how do you do it? I've actually done a video on my Facebook page, which you can scroll through my videos and find. But it's basically just me at my house hanging out, like trying different things and doing it over and over again. So,
what has been your favorite photo shoot to date?
I don't even know if I can do that, because I feel like all my photographers are such great friends of mine and they might get upset. I think that I'm trying to think of what was really, really fun. I would say, and really to release it was a whole lot of fun because I had to sit on the pictures for so long. My Bad Kitty shoot with Hannah Lee, like the anticipation that I had of releasing those photos was absolutely fucking crazy. Like I really just wanted to post them the day that I got them, but since they were going to be published in a magazine, I couldn't. So like every day, like I just wanted to post them, and the response that I got was exactly what I was hoping for, because the pictures are just fucking awesome. I mean, they're like nothing that I've done before. That was really something like super edgy and more on the fetish spectrum than I had done. And that was what my campaign and stuff was all about, was that I'm stepping out of my comfort zone and I'm really going to start playing on what I want to do. Fuck what anybody else thinks. Like I'm going with what I want to do now, not what people approve of. So I think that people are really going to enjoy that with upcoming stuff.
If you could do a photo shoot anywhere in the world of your choice, where would it be and why?
That's actually pretty easy, because there is a photographer in Canada that is like one of the best latex photographers ever, and I like all of his like scenes and stuff are really modern. He does a great job capturing the shine and stuff of latex. So I would say, and I actually don't even know what the guy's name is. On Instagram, it's like Canadian Fetish Photography, I think, and that would definitely be like I want to buy a passport, everything. Like I want to go up there and shoot with him and as many photographers as I can.
What are some of your favorite hobbies?
Drinking beer, going to shows, doing interviews. Not really. I'm not used to being interviewed. I normally interview bands and other people and stuff, so this is kind of different for me, being on the other side. But as far as hobby goes, I mean, Nick and I are on the road every weekend with our clothing line, Solace and Clothing. So I think that I guess traveling is a great hobby for me, because I get to do it all the time. I'm rarely home, and actually I am filming this interview at home, which is weird for me, but I guess traveling would be my biggest hobby, because that's what I am doing most of the time, whether it's for Solace and Clothing events or whether it's for photo shoots, or just going to see friends. I mean, we're always on the road, so I love to travel.
If you could be any animal for a day, what would it be and why?
If I could be any animal for a day, I would probably be my cat, Damien. He is like a super cute Black Panther kitty, and he has like free range of the house, free range of outside. He gets to do whatever the fuck he wants. He literally eats all day and naps, and I bet his life is like so fucking fantastic. So it would definitely be Damien for sure.
What is your favorite band, and what is the thing you like about them the most?
Well, I think that's pretty simple. I think that I've kind of already answered that question. Butcher Babies is obviously my favorite band, and it is for so many different reasons. And every album that they've put out has just like, you know, it's what they're going through at the time. And every album that you listen to, you listen to their growth, not just in their music, but in their lyrics. And, you know, if I had to pick another favorite band, I don't think that I want to do that. I listen to a lot of different types of music. I know that I am really known for listening to metal and things like that, but that's not all that I listen to. I listen to rap. I don't listen to country music, and that's just a preference. I live in the country, so like I don't really dig the whole like I don't really like cowboy thing, country thing, hick thing. That's not really something that I enjoy listening to, but there's nothing wrong with country music. It's cool too.
What is your favorite movie?
That's really hard too. I would say I really like Blow, which is kind of weird. I really like Doom Generation. I'm trying to think of what else. All the like Marvel, like the Avenger movies. I love Thor. He's like my favorite Marvel person, so that's probably like top 5 there.
When you're out at a party or a club, what is your favorite beverage?
That would either be Mick Ultra or Jaeger Bombs. I love Jaeger Bombs.
You have a clothing brand as well. What can you tell us about it?
Okay, so Salson Clothing was started by my boyfriend, Nick, in 2015, I think. And it started so that we could be a part of the local music scene in our area, so that we could go to shows, we could promote the bands, we could promote the shows themselves, and it was a way to be a part of the show without actually being in a band. And then shortly after that, Nick actually joined a band, and Salson was on the back burner for a little bit. And then we kind of saw the response that we were getting, and we just kind of, like, we had no idea that people were going to enjoy it as much as they do. I think that it's a very different thing than what people are used to in this area. If you're not familiar with any of our designs, there's a lot of pentagrams and inverted crosses, and you know, we live in the middle of nowhere. So you can imagine that some people haven't been as kind about everything that we're doing. I know that especially when it first started, I was a little skittish about the response from people, and Nick himself lost a lot of friends and people that we considered family. But, you know, the most important thing is that we're out there promoting what we actually believe in and not a bunch of bullshit. And that's, you know, I don't have a problem with anybody disagreeing with that. But, you know, that's totally fine. But I think that the most important thing to us is just, you know, doing our own thing and being our own people and promoting that. So check out our designs, and feel free to order yourself a shirt. They're pretty fucking awesome, and they're very comfortable too.
Is there any future plans for your clothing brand that you'd like to mention?
Yeah, absolutely. If you are within a few hours of Bluefield, West Virginia, I would say you definitely need to come to our annual Halloween party. This year will be the 11th year. We have a fucking amazing theme. We have all kinds of cool shit coming up. We have, not only are we going to have metal bands this year, but we're also going to have performers this year. There's going to be games, the whole party. We've got vendors, just like the whole shebang. It's going to be crazy. It's on October 20th. It is costume required, and if you go to my Facebook page, you can see in the event part, the event is the only event there, and RSVP, so you can see what's going on. It's going to be the shit, I promise.
Aside from modeling, you're also a music journalist as well. What was your favorite interview?
I think my favorite interview would probably be last year at Blue Ridge Rock Festival. I did a spur of the moment, crazy, fucking drunk interview with Sin Dog. And it was absolutely fucking awesome. Like, I had people standing around because it was just at the festival. It wasn't in the media tent or anything. I had people standing around me watching me interview this guy, and like, I just didn't care. I didn't acknowledge it. I just wanted to talk to him and see what was up, and it was super fun and incredible, and I loved it. And I think that he had a really good time too, because he didn't expect. A lot of people look at me and think that I'm an airhead, so I think that he was impressed with my knowledge, and it was a lot of fun. I had a great time.
Do you have any upcoming interviews or music promotions you would like to mention?
Interviews, not particularly. I may be at Louder Than Life, which is a festival in Louisville, Kentucky. That's around my birthday, so I normally like to go there and party and interview rock stars, so that's pretty fun. As far as anything else, I know that Solace and Clothing will be set up at Beer City Metal Fest, which is in Asheville, North Carolina, on the 18th and 19th of August. And then we will also be set up at Blue Ridge Rock Fest Labor Day weekend in Concord, Virginia, which is near Lynchburg. And that's going to be really cool. They've got like Motionless in White, which is a big, favorite of mine, and all kinds of cool ass bands. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Back to modeling. Would you ever do a photo shoot with a snake?
Yeah, I think that I would. I have a friend who's a photographer that did a photo shoot with snakes, and I wasn't able to go, or I probably would have. I think that it would be something that I would make sure that the person with the snake was professional. I wouldn't be letting just like anybody that owned a snake just bring their fucking snake and be like, take a picture with it, because that would be weird, and probably I would get strangled or bit or something, and don't want to be any part of that. But if it was done right, absolutely, I'm down for anything. I mean, I'm pretty easy to get along with. So,
what advice would you give a brand new model just starting out on their career?
A brand new model, I would say to be original. I think that's probably the most important part for me, is that obviously I have lots of influences, and I have lots of fellow models and stuff on my pages and stuff, but I don't like to take any ideas from other people. And even if I were, I like to make things my own, but I think that also another thing that's very important is being safe. I know that there's a lot of weird fucking photographers out there that want to just like, they'll be like, oh yeah, you can come and do this, and they'll have you travel, and they won't fucking pay you, and then they don't want you to bring a guy with them, which is creepy as shit. Just be safe, be smart. Know other models that have worked with them. Ask other models. It's not, I will say it's not as easy as it looks. I spend a lot of time doing this. I still work a full-time job, and I do everything that I do with Cohen the Butcher, the clothing line, the interviews, the journalism, the articles, everything. I do, I barely sleep. Like, it's a lot of work. But if you want it, go out there and fucking do it. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't, because they're full of shit and they suck and they just want to see you miserable like they are.
So what's new for Cohen the Butcher? Would you like to mention any upcoming projects or secrets?
Yeah, I don't really have any secrets, I don't think. Maybe I do, but I'm not going to tell you about those. I do have a calendar coming out this year. It's the first time I've ever done a calendar. Last year I was featured in 2 calendars. So my boyfriend, who's also a manager, we decided that it would be really dope to put together a calendar for Cohen Butcher this year. And, like I mentioned, Danny Devine, she's a big influence of mine, and I've seen her just like get so much more amazing every year, and to be able to share those pictures with fans and stuff is awesome, and with friends and family, so this year the calendar, there's going to be exclusive stuff in there. There's going to be all kinds of really cool stuff. I've actually got the cover already for the calendar done, and it is absolutely just like phenomenal. So keep an eye. I guess I'll be releasing that in a couple of months, but other than that, I've got shoot upon shoot, an event and another event, and I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going, and, we'll see what happens after that.
in closing, is there anything that you would like to address your amazing fans?
I just want to say thank you. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for following me. Thank you for everything. I mean, I would be absolutely nothing without all the friends and stuff that I have that continue to make me believe that I'm as fucking cool as they say that I am. I mean, I always strive to be myself, and I think that you all are the coolest fucking people in the world, and, you know, if anybody says different, give them my fucking address. I think that, you know, as I continue to grow, I think that all of the people that support me will know, you know, I'm always going to be appreciative. I'm always going to do giveaways. I'm always going to go out of my way to meet people at events and shit. Like, I'm always going to do that. So don't ever think that I'm, like, stuck up or anything like that. I fucking love everybody. If you can't get along with me, then there's something wrong with you, because I'm friends with everybody. Are there any other questions? All right. Well, I really, really want to thank Tom Anderson for believing in me and for, you know, getting this perk. I think that it's really important for everybody to know what I'm about, and I think that it's awesome that he supports not only me but all different types of alternative models. And it's really hard out there sometimes for alternative girls, because it's a completely different scene than, like, this isn't fucking America's Top Model. Like, you know, you really have to stand out and do something different, and I think that what Tom does is fucking amazing. So everybody give that motherfucker a round of applause. I think that Beautiful Dark Angels of Goth is a great way for all girls, not just models, to just get out there and get that confidence boost. Get out there and do something with yourself if you want to, and if not, admire all these other girls that are working their asses off. So thank you, Tom. I hope that you guys have enjoyed. I hope I haven't bored you to death. I'm not my, you know, crazy drunk self, because I thought that would be inappropriate for this interview. But if you would like to see something like that, please like my Facebook page, and I will show you all kinds of bullshit. Thank you so much for watching. I'll have new latex pictures soon, and so just keep your eye out. I love you guys. Thank you for watching.